are going to put some working lines in first. So working lines are lines that we are going to rub out afterwards. And we're going to do one. I'm going to do mine a bit harder so you can see, but if you do them really lightly. And two. So just roughly, it doesn't really matter what size. Halfway. With a little bit more to this side here. You can use your pencil to double check. So if I use my thumb, I've got that measurement. Maybe it's a bit lower. Excuse me. I can feel that sneeze coming. So 1, 2, 3 lines. This one in the middle. And we're going to do the same. So about there, you can double check. That's about in the middle. And over here, about here. So we end up with 5 lines. Like that. Okay. It doesn't matter where they are on the piece of paper. I've just kind of moved it over there so you can see what I'm going to do next. So, trying to make this, so I'm just thinking I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. Okay, in between this one and this one, we are going to do a line here, very lightly. And then this is going to have an angle down and an angle down. We're then going to put a line here, kind of slightly curved, and then that line is going to come there. And then about here, we're going to do another line here and here. Like that. Okay. Now, from this line, you're going to come up and you're going to curve. A little curve there. And then where this line was, we're coming over, and we're going up, and then we're curving up that way slightly. Sounds trickier today. It's going to be fun. Okay. Now, we are going to come from this line. We're going to come over a little bit and up to here. We're just going to do a little kind of curve shape. And then let me draw this line and then we're going to come over, up. We're going to join there. Like that. How weird is that? It looks a bit like a dog sideways. Just let you catch up. And then we're going to come this point here, and then this point here. We're going to come up, like a dome shape. Maybe a little point on the top, like that. Now, coming back to this line here, we're going to do another line. So this is slightly angled, ever so slightly, like that. And over here, we're going to come back to that line. We're going to come down. We're going to do not a full line, but a line to there. Then we're going to angle the line in a little bit. And then we're going to do another line that curves that way and then down. Oh, this is tricky. Okay, we can double check this on your drawing. So we're going to do another angle. So we've got this line here. This is going to come back down there. Then we're going to carry this on. We're going to curve it there. We're going to run parallel with this line to that point. Then we're going to curve and then come back in. And just join these. There's a little bit of a curve here. To there. And then we've got a little line here. And then where this point is, here, we're going to do slightly curved line there. That line, excuse me, is going to then join up over here, but it's going to curve down and go straight down there. Now we're going to carry on this line to this point. So I'm looking at this distance here. We're going to curve right, so it kind of tapers. And then it's going to come down there. Do you know what it is yet? So if we just go back up here, this is going to come down in a little bit and then out a bit. Like that. Okay, now while we're up here, we are going to rub these out slightly, just make them kind of a white band. And same with this one. If you've done it in pen, just do another line. Like that. Now we're going to come from this kind of curved point we did there, we're going to come that way and over like that. It's kind of got, let me shade it in, it'd be a lot easier for you to see. Let me know if I do the other half. So we're coming over here like this, and we're going to shade this in. There's a lot more detail in here, but because of our time, I just wanted you to see how we draw things like this. And while we're here, we will shade in all of this too. Like that. And then I'm going to go darker. Here. I'm going to go darker here. And darker here. Kind of leaving the lighter bits there. I'll just give you a minute. Some dark shade in here. And then kind of darker on the outside. And then some darker bits. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a darker line in here. Bit of movement in there. Okay. Now we're going to come here. We're slightly curving, and you can break these kind of lines up. Don't feel like you have to always do kind of a solid. So these will be darker, kind of at the edges. And this is a bit like when we've done pots, or they're kind of curved to give a shape. And we'll do a little bit of shading, light shading, kind of that side and that side, but quite light. Okay. We're also going to do some shading here and underneath here to there. And then we're going to do a curve there. We're going to do shading here. I'm just going to work a little bit confusing. Now we're going to do slightly darker on this side, but not too dark. There. And then darker along this edge. Down to another curve. And then darker on here. Okay, we're coming back to this middle line. What we're going to do, it kind of comes out, kind of. Like that. Now let's just look at this line. So that's above that line. So just double check that. rub it out, change it if it's not. And then if we pull that line across, okay, so we're coming to this point. We are going to curve round and then back. I'm not going to make this really detailed. I'm just going to have it like that shape. And we're going to shade in kind of more around here. Do that. Now we're going to come out from here and out from here. We're looking at where this line is here. And we're going to come up to about this point. And we're going to bring that line kind of like that. Now, where this line is, we're going to come up, curve, we're going to curve this so it kind of comes round and then curves like that. And this is going to come up, down. We're going to join it up with that bit, shade that in. We're going to drop down slightly, come across. And we're going to have another line. So this is going to come from here slightly out, so there's a bit of shape. And then another that kind of comes from there to there. And then we're going to have a curve up here, where that point is, and then curve or a line to there. And round it down. So another line that comes kind of down, and then a bit of a curve there. Again, we're not going to do really detailed because we haven't got time. Okay, where this edge is here, we're going to come down, and then there's a line, and it curves slightly to there. And then where this line is, we're going to get the other way slightly to here and to there, and we're going to shade all that shape in. So just the side of my pencil. And then you'd neaten it out with a rubber. Like that. And then over on this side where we had that dark bit coming down, we're going to come out at an angle. So this is going to come, and then it's going to curve back on itself. Like that. And then here, it's going to curve and then down slightly before coming back out again. And this is going to have a shaded section here and here. Okay. I'm going to do a little curve there. And then we're going to do a big dark shape. So I'm actually just shading instead of drawing an outline. That goes along there. We're shading on this side. We're leaving a gap. So we've got this light gap there. Down, and we will shade all that in. And then a few kind of lines here. I'm really trying to simplify because I want you to know that obviously know it's a person. That when we're drawing, I'm just going to make that darker, it doesn't actually matter. You can always use a rubber to make things smaller. It doesn't actually matter what we're drawing, whether it's an animal or a person. It's still all these shapes that join together. There's a little lighter and a bit there. Maybe some lines like that. And then I think we just have a few minutes. We're just going to do some quick shading. So not as dark. I do it and then I can give you a few minutes. So it's kind of all of this, and bits of this, most of that is shaded, and that joins with that bit. There's a shaded bit here. This is mainly all shaded. Now we've got a couple more lines there. Just on that side. We're just going to shade this shape here. And another little shape here. And I think there's another couple of lines here. Like that. So maybe make that a bit wider there. And I think we'll leave it like that. I'm just doing it really simply. If we have more time, then you can rub out your working lines. And then hopefully could put in more shading. I don't know what time it is now. Like that. Leave it like that. Okay, so I hope you coped with that okay. Let me know if you didn't. You know, we could do lots more shading and stuff. I just wanted you to see about the shapes and that it looked like people. Drawing people, sorry, is like drawing anything else. It's just shapes and angles. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.